In this video I want to add the snare to our rock rhythm. It's sounding a bit boring at the moment without the snare. It's the last ingredient and it's really important in a rhythm, isn't it, to get it right. Let's have a listen to it at the moment. It's sounding a bit fast for rock. Do you know what? I'm going to slow this down. Let's go to tempo and click on the note that we want it to be added on and double click on this and it adds the tempo marking. Double click and change this. Maybe 100 is going to sound about right. That's about right. And we want the snare in these gaps. Now, this is where it gets difficult, I'm afraid. There is no real one way to write the drums. Because it's such a complicated instrument, probably the most complicated instrument in sort of modern usage. Okay, the sitar's more difficult. Okay, other instruments in different kinds of music in different countries can be more difficult. But actually in the Western music that we play, the drums are far more complicated than any other instrument. Maybe the guitar is quite tricky to notate all of the hammer-ons and bends, but drums are seriously difficult. And in the way that musical writes the drums, it thinks that if you play it with your feet, the stems, that is, these bits of the note here, go downwards. So let's say if I wanted the hi-hat, the pedal hi-hat, so with your left foot you play the pedal hi-hat if you're the normal way around, that's this note, and if I click it in there, there. So because I play that with my feet, it's the pedal hi-hat, it's with the stem going downwards, so it looks like that. And they think that if you're reading this really quickly, then you'll be able to see, oh yeah, this is the hi-hats with my right hand stem going upwards. This is the bass drum and the pedal with my feet because the stems go downwards. So we play the snare drum obviously with our hands, not with our feet usually. So actually the snare drum, the stem's going to go upwards. So tell you what, let's get rid of this one. The snare isn't going to look like this and go downwards, it's going to be kind of attached to the hi-hat going upwards. And the way to do this is to click on that beat, that's beat 2. We want the snare on beat 2 and beat 4. That's the one, almost said it wrong, beat 2 and beat 4. So let's get the snare in here. Click on to note input and find the snare. The snare is this one. So then we're at snare. And all you do is add the snare there. And it looks a bit like that. It looks a bit strange. We're used to seeing, particularly in rock school books and other books that I used when I was learning a bit of drums, the snare goes downwards. But in music school they've just decided to use a different kind of notation. Neither one is better per se, neither one is more right than the other, but this is just the way that music school uses it. You can actually change it, so I'll show you how to do that in another video. But this is the way that music school does it, so let's just keep it sweet for the moment. Click in here and click in that one. So my whole rhythm sounds like this. This is my finished rock rhythm. Let's go from the top. Whoop, there we are.